this colony.
Your servant. We will conquer.
Hello and welcome to another Doctor Who video, a special Doctor Who video where we'll be looking at this, Power of the Daleks. Yes, I've decided to do a little celebration video because this is a thing we never expected to see on our DVD shelves. Power of the Daleks, it's finally been released on DVD and it's here to stay. So this video is basically a little celebration for that, so it'll be a little ceremony over there and some video channel update in terms of what video is going to be coming on the channel over the next couple of weeks, so what you can expect really. So that's how this video is going to roll, so without further ado, let's look. Now I thought before we actually do the ceremony of putting Power of the Daleks on the shelf, I thought we'd have a closer look at the DVD itself. And the BBC have put a lot of money behind this release, a lot more money when you compare it to this release, and you can sort of forgive the BBC for the terrible recon of the Underwater Menace, because they probably saved all their money to this, which I think fans rather have Power of the Daleks over the Underwater Menace. So yeah, I've got to say the BBC have really pushed the buttons, well, pushed the boat out with this really, because we've got this nice slipcase with this nice sort of matte finish with the Power of the Daleks text and the Dalek hemispheres having this nice sort of gloss texture to them. And if we remove the slipcase, boom, we've got the actual DVD. And yes, I have changed the cover because the cover you get once you remove the slipcase is exactly the same as that, but I'm one of those sad people who like to have stuff sort of the same, so this sort of matches with the other DVD releases. I've got to be honest, I'm not really a fan of the artwork, but it's growing on me having it in hand. I think it's a lot better in hand. I may change the cover, I don't know. But yeah, there's the back, exactly the same back I think as the slipcase. So if we open up inside, and of course Power of the Daleks is getting another release in February with the Blu-ray and the colour version, which will be interesting. Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see. Got this nice book which I'll have a look in a minute. BBC Store, which obviously it was exclusive but not anymore, and the Doctor Experience, which is sadly closing. Hopefully they can get enough people to keep it open. I mean, it seems to be a strong petition, but yeah, keep the Doctor Experience open. So if we have a look at the booklet, and I've got to say this is a proper booklet, it's not a little leaflet thing, it is a little thick thing going through the history of Power, talking about how they tried them trying to continue Doctor Who, you know, casting the Doctor, and sort of a story outline really, and it goes through sort of the history of how the story was made, you know, going through the week of it being recorded and recommissions of the story itself. It's really quite detailed report really, and obviously what fans thought of it, and transmitting obviously the archive and the sort of history of the missing episodes, where it was sold to. Really quite a detailed thing if you're a fan and you're just a bit of a geek. You just got a bit of info there on when it was transmitted, the cast and crew, which is now I have watched part 1 of Power of the Daleks. It's not the first time I've experienced Power of the Daleks. I've experienced Power in the form of the soundtrack, so I just have a quick thought on the animation thus far. I've got to say the animation I found a bit hard to get into. I'll be honest, I've got to be honest, I do love the opening shot of Hartnell. Obviously it's not in the actual story, but that's a bit of artistic license within it. But I do find the animation a bit stop-starty at the moment. But it's not the best animation, it's not the worst animation, what we've seen in the Doctor Who DVD line, but yeah, I mean, I did get into the animation towards the end. I mean, I've still got another 5 parts to get fully engrossed into this sort of animated world, what they've done for Vulcan, so I look forward to experiencing all that, but I would say this, the animation team have done a pretty good job so far, and hopefully it can continue with the other 5 parts. So now let's begin the ceremony for the stage is set for the Power of the Daleks ceremony. Now this is a big moment for many Doctor Who fans across the world to finally put the second Doctor story, first story, in their collections. And boy, doesn't that feel satisfying to have the second Doctor's first story in our DVD collections. So now let me talk about a few sort of channel videos coming up in the next couple of weeks. Upcoming videos, what you can expect over the next couple of weeks on the channel. First up we have the Mind Game Saga, which was kindly sent to me, an advanced copy to review, which is very kind of the people to have done that, and of course I will be reviewing that. And what can I say on it without sort of spoiling the review? I've got to say it's a very interesting watch. That's what I'm going to say on it so far. It's a very interesting thing to watch. It's a very interesting sort of spin-off. That's all I'm going to say on that so far. Then of course there's going to be a review of this, Power of the Daleks. Very exciting. I've sort of briefly touched on the animation so far, but I haven't really talked about the story and what have you. So that'll be a very interesting review. And of course I'll sort of review the special features on this DVD as well. So that should be a very good review, hopefully. Then we've got two Big Finish reviews. We have the latest monthly range story, Order of the Daleks, which I'm on the re-listening to stage, basically writing notes for the actual review. So yeah, that'd be very interesting. And the final Big Finish review will be of the Third Doctor Adventures Volume 2. Now, I'll be honest, looking back at Volume 1 of this, I'm not really a fan. I'll be honest, my review back then, I was really on the hype train because I was just glad to see the Third Doctor back on Big Finish in some form. And looking back on Volume 1, it had a lot of flaws, you know, like the narration. Obviously Box Set 2 got rid of that, and there are a lot of flaws within Box Set 1. Obviously it's the first set they did, trying Tim Treloar out. So we'll see if Box Set 2 is an improvement, because I cannot wait to actually review this, because I've got some interesting thoughts on this, and we'll see if this is an improvement, and this is a step in the right direction for Big Finish to go down the line with the Third Doctor, or they should just cut it and just leave the Third Doctor to sort of companion chronicles of Katie Manning, Richard Franklin and John Levine now, which is very exciting. So yeah, we'll see if I love this box set or I hate it. I just cannot wait to give you that review. I cannot wait to just review that for you. Yeah. So that's basically that's me cover the Power of the Daleks ceremony. Yeah, that's all I can say. So check out those videos when they come out, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you around. So thank you very much, and bye bye.